Hello and welcome back to Thoughts from a Cluttered Mind. There were no comments in the last video, so there shall be none in this one. Now, I believe that before I say anything further than this, I should extend my sympathies yet again, besides my discussion and actually this video, for anyone that has lost a loved one in the event of any violence from any faith in any point in time, be it past, present, or future. The losing of a loved one is tragic, and when it is brought about by a difference of simple ideals, a differences in thoughts and beliefs, that's just wrong. And I apologize if this seems to be harsh or too soon or anything of that nature, but I created this series in order to let loose some of the thoughts and ideals in my head, and that's what I'm going to do here. Now, I'm sure that you have heard, if you are in the US, or maybe even if you're not, about the shooting that happened today in Orlando, Florida. And my sympathies again are out there for those that have lost a loved one today. And I hope everything works out and everything is better and eventually the pain goes away. But ultimately, I wanted to create this video to express my confusion and not rage per se, because to show rage is hate, and I don't hate this person that did this, these people that did this. And I know that in there people are going to be upset at me for saying that, but please bear with me here. To hate someone, to feel unpositively towards someone, is giving them more attention than they deserve if they are deserving of hate. If they have done something deserving of hate, then not ignoring them, but just understanding what they did and moving past that is the best thing to do. I don't quite understand this, though. These terrorist acts, be them in the past or the ones that have been happening now, it's all being done based upon faith. It's being done because of wishing to achieve an end product. If you watch my religion video, this makes no sense to me, because ultimately these people aren't doing it because they actually believe in this faith. They're doing it because they want to get a certain end result. They want something. They're not doing it because they love this faith. They're not doing it because they love this thing. They're doing it because they want something. They want an end result, even if it means their death. They believe they're going to get something. They're no different than sheep. They're no different than blindly following something in order to achieve something. And this makes no sense. Any violence in the name of faith makes no sense to me. Now, the reason I say this is, think about it. All faith, in some way or another, state that we were created by the being or beings, and therefore we are part of them. We are molded by them. We may very well be parts of them. So therefore, any violence done in the name of faith is ultimately going against that faith. Now, bear with me here. Think about it. Something created you. In your faith, something created you. You are part of it. It put effort into you. It put maybe a minuscule amount, but it still put effort into you to create the mold that is this one person, that is you. And you are going to go with that gift and going to go out and rob others? Not rob them of possessions, rob them of their life. Other things were created, yeah, perhaps, by the same thing. If your faith believes that, then everyone around you is your brother and sister. And yeah, maybe they have a different view than you. However, that doesn't matter to you. It should not matter to you. Because ultimately, if you follow what your faith states, and mind you, I'm not saying that your faith says to kill, because if you think about it, your creator created you and created everything. To go out and to kill something is ultimately to snuff out a part of the creator, the thing that made everything. If you go out there and kill someone, being in the name of faith, even if this person is a heretic, infidel, adversary, whatever you wish to call them, it's ultimately snuffing out the life of a person that was still created by the same creator that you believe in. So therefore, you are killing a part of him, her, it, whatever you wish to call it. It's a part of it because it had a hand in making it. If it didn't want it to exist, it would have not made it. If it did not accept the fact that it may not have the same views as it wouldn't have created it because it would not have wanted it. It ultimately, in your opinion, it created everything. It has power over everything. It is the Almighty, and you think that this thing wouldn't have seen things, wouldn't have been omnipresent and omnipotent, know everything, be everywhere, things of that nature. The fact that you're going out and killing in the name of a faith, being any faith, makes no sense because ultimately this thing created everything. It created this person that you're going to kill, this people that you're going to kill. And you may think that by killing them, you're doing your faith, you're upholding your faith because they have a different view, perhaps, different beliefs. That makes no sense because ultimately your faith is that you believe in a higher power. You believe there is something. And your belief means that something created everything. And your thing created these people. They are a part of it. And therefore, you just snuffed out a part of your creator. You ultimately spat in the face of your creator, telling him, it, her, whatever, fuck you. Basically, I reject your creation of this thing. Ultimately, you questioning that which you created you, is that really such a good thing, you think? If you believe it exists, to basically give it the middle finger by doing this act, do you think no negative repercussions will come of it? These people that twist and pervert these faith, any faith, to make people cause violence is just retarded. It makes no sense because it's ultimately saying, I have this piece of pie here, and you know what? It's a really good piece of pie. And God wants you to eat this pie. But guess what? That person over there, they like cake. Well, you can't have pie and cake together now, can you? It makes no sense. And yes, that was from Louis Black. It makes no sense to me. I don't understand why people kill in the name of faith. And yes, I understand this may be a little too soon, things of that nature. But ultimately, what I'm trying to get across here is people that do it in the name of any faith, they're not. They're doing it because a person is telling them to. They're doing it because a person wants them to. Ultimately, you need to think. If a person really wanted, or excuse me, if your creator really wanted this, it would have ultimately done it in one way or another. It would not need you. And you can go, well, it needs me to do it. It needs me to do this. No, it doesn't. If it's all powerful, all knowing, all things like that, it has the power to do it. If it wanted it to happen, it would happen. You doing it on its behalf is basically not listening to it. Ultimately, you going out and killing people, you are snuffing out a light that it started. You are going out and quenching a light, a candle that it lit. And who's to say it wanted you to do that? Oh, this person, this interpretation of this text and that way and this and that and this. Okay, that was wrote by man. And as you've listened right here in this conversation, I'm not perfect. I am not in any way perfect. I've used poor grammar, poor pronunciation, poor word choices, even poor grammar and everything of that nature just in this conversation alone. I'm not perfect. People are not perfect. We are all biased. We are all wanting our own little world and own little things. You thinking that this person has got it right, has got the answers, knows what this thing wants, isn't going to happen, because there's no way to know. I apologize again if this is too soon for anyone. I hope this does not offend you. Again, my sympathies to anyone that has lost their loved ones in the name of a faith, and my heart goes out to you. Please watch my religion video. Maybe you can understand where I'm coming from a little bit better. Thank you so much, and have a nice day. Bye.